to my channel. So I just thought I would make a video today on the new Topscan app for the Topdon Topscan. Yesterday the app was completely different. Today they've released an update. So I'll take you through the main differences of the app today and tomorrow, then we'll go some of the features, and then I'll tell you what I think of the app. So the differences that I can see is there's a very lot of differences on the main page that you come into here. So along the top here you'll see Diagnostics, IM Readiness, Vehicle Performance, V Calculator and T-Darts. Now all that's the same as yesterday, but the way they look, the way that all the little tabs look is completely different than it was yesterday. The actual background was blue yesterday. The maintenance section here is different now. So yesterday you used to be able to scroll left and right through the maintenance functions. You can't do that anymore. You now click on more and it takes you into here, and it gives you your 8 functions. So in here you've got oil reset, throttle adaptation, electronic parking brake or electrical parking brake, steering, angle sensor, ABS, rear parking brake, DPF regeneration, battery maintenance and airbag. So that's your 8 service functions for your vehicles. They work fine. Along the top you have diagnosis. It's always been there. It's just, as I say, a different tile layout for that. IM readiness. So this is a very handy feature. So this tells you how likely your vehicle is or not to pass an emissions test at an MOT time. So it's a very handy feature. Vehicle performance. This is your 0 to 60 time and stuff like that. It tells you not to use it on the road, but it's a very nice feature to have. Very good. VE calculator calculates your power of your engine, basically your vehicle's output power, by putting in a few little odds and sods. And this is T-Darts at the end, so we'll go through these. So T-Darts, I don't have any, but you have to activate them first. It takes you into here where you can add T-Darts. I don't have any. For anyone that doesn't know, T-Darts are for the mobilizer options. We'll get to that in a little while. VE calculator. So you put in your engine size, your engine speed, your MAF readings, your intake temperature, your cylinders. You calculate it all, and it will give you a calculation on your vehicle performance. So yeah, very nice little option there. In 2 seconds. Vehicle performance. So it tells you they're not intended for use on public roads or in prohibited location. Don't interact with it in any way. So it's worth reading these bits first. It gives you your 400 meters, your 100 meters, your 20 meters speed, stuff like that. You can get a test report 0 to 97 kilometers an hour, so 0 to 60 basically. At the bottom, IM readiness again. You'd have to click and connect now. It takes you to this screen because I don't have it here just now. It's not connected. I'm in the house. Then you've got diagnostics. Again, these have changed from yesterday. Yesterday it was different logos. These have all changed again. I prefer this setup because basically it seems to use my most used ones at the top, which for me is European. But yeah, there at the top, this takes you through them all. So recently used: Ford, Volvo, Nissan, EOBD, Peugeot, Volkswagen for me. So it's good that it puts your most recently used ones to the top, because that might be vehicles that you do more, which is very good, very handy. You've got American, European and Asian. So you've got all those choices. You can even enter a vehicle make up here if you just want to find it directly. Again, very handy. So for example, if we click on any of these, we'll just click on Benz just now. It takes you into this normal screen that we had before. This is the same as it was yesterday. You've got automatic selection, manual selection, so switch on ignition. I failed to read the VIN code because we don't have the VCI plugged in, but that's normal. You're met with this screen. You can click on read. It will read the VIN for you. Enter the VIN manually or tap read to acquire the VIN. So yeah, you've got manual selection where you can go through all the different types of Mercedes-Benz. And then from there, again, it's the same for every car. You've got your maintenance features here. So if you wanted to do your oil, for example, you would choose a car. So we'll just click on Audi. Again, you would do your automatic or manual selection. It would find the car and it would take you through how to do that, which is very handy. It's the same thing for all of these. I like this screen. I like the way it looks now. I really do hope that in the future you can use it on a tablet. That would be fantastic. But yeah, very looking forward to that. So at the lower down bit here underneath the Topscan, you've got DTC repair guide, technical services bulletins. Again, yesterday you used to just scroll through these. You can't now, you have to click on more, which takes you into here. So you've got DTC repair guide, so in here you put in a code, P, just put in 000 and it brings up a list. Yeah, so you would just click on any one you want and it tells you there repair reports about it, repair steps, what to do. Very handy feature, very good feature. So if you get a code, you don't know what it is, you look in there. Technical service bulletins, again, you put in the make of the vehicle, so we'll put in Audi, put in model, just whatever, so we'll put in E4, we'll just put in year, 2019, we'll click go, and there's all the technical service bulletins that you can look for the Audi. Now, what I will say about this is that there's not a lot of choice with the vehicles. So under this, I mean, it's got a Ford. Now I've got a Ford Kuga, doesn't have that model, which seems to have more American ones. Doesn't have too many from here. Quite why, I don't know, is that something that can be updated or whatever, but yeah, but it's fine, it works fine. DTC location, so again, this is handy. So chuck in your make, so say it's Buick, Enclave, year 2019, click next. And what this will do is this will show you where the OBD connector is, and it will show you it's under the steering wheel, and it looks like that. So that will take you through and show you exactly where it is. So again, very handy. And then you've got the warning light library, which is the same thing again. So it just takes you through and tells you what these things do. So if you click on glow plugs, for example, you let it load, it'll give you a description of what it means, how it impacts your driving, your causes, and what happens with them. So again, very handy. All your codes are in there that you would ever need. You've got mall at the bottom here. So this is where you can buy, I got your Diag bundle for just now, which is $49.99. Now what I will say is there is a bit of difference with the app now, because you used to be able to buy an immobiliser bundle, but you can't do that anymore. I'm not sure why, but it doesn't have the option for immobilisers now for key coding. It's maybe something I'll speak to Topdon about, find out why it's not there now, but it gives you the option for T-darts, as you've seen, which are used for coding keys, but you don't have the option to buy the immobiliser bundle now. So yeah, I don't know what's happening there. But anyway, this is the mall. More stuff probably come on here in the future, but that's what you've got for just now. So this bundle is basically for if you're updating after a year, so it costs you I think £50. So you would come on here and update for your year. That would get you all the new vehicles, all the new stuff that you would need for the year. So at £50, very cheap, very good. Messages, so system messages will be updates or anything like that. Notifications, again, new software releases or anything like that. And then you've got in here, so this is where you come into yourself. So you've got data streams in here, find all your data streams. So when you're doing diagnostics, if I click on this one, as you can see, it's playing back the data stream from this one. So I can have a look through here and see all my live data that I've recorded from the vehicle. So again, very handy. Diagnostic reports. So these are some of the diagnostic reports that I've done. So as you can see, I've got a few on there. And again, you can tap view, you can tap share, and you can print it, you can share it, you can do what you want to do with that. So again, very handy feature. And you get pre-scan, you get post-scan coverage list. So that takes you through again, device model. So you put in Topscan, vehicle series. So for example, if you go for Ford model, I don't know, let's find Mustang, year 2016, search. So this tells you what it does. Yeah, so it's very handy if you've got need to query any results for vehicle coverage. VCI management, it's your VCIs that you own. They're all in there. You can go in there and you can do that gives you your serial number and stuff like that. Devices you've got linked to here. TDarts management, again, that's what I was saying. I don't have any of those, but this is for TDarts, so the option must be coming again in the future. Decode keys. I don't know what's happened to the immobilizer bundle, as I say, but you can buy TDarts for the future. Firmware update, that's to update your VCI. Order management is anything that you've ordered, like your immobilizer bundle, your Diag bundle, anything like that. Uninstall software, you can uninstall any of the ones that you don't use. User manual, again, takes you through the whole user manual for the device, which is handy to have it on it. FAQ is, as it says, frequently asked questions. And then you've got settings. So under settings, you've got language, units, metric or imperial, clear the cache. And then it takes you to about, you can check for updates. So you're up to date, terms of service, third-party components, privacy policy, and of course contact us, all the Topdon contact details. And basically, I'm loving this new app. It looks, in my opinion, fantastic. It's very well done, very well made, very easy to use. Anyone can use it. So what I would say is you get 8 functions on it. This has really got fantastic bi-directional controls, really, really good. It's got excellent live data, so you can graph the live data. You can have it as a like a gauge, or you can have it as numbers. It's very, very good. It's got a lot of depth to it, very handy for what you need. And the thing you've got to remember is that the features that you get when you use this are determined by the functions that were built into the car when it was manufactured. So if there's something that you need in a car and this doesn't have it on here, that's because the vehicle doesn't allow it. It's nothing to do with the Topscan. The Topscan's a fantastic tool. Overall, I reckon whether you're a DIYer or whether you're a professional, this tool is really handy now. It's handy for a professional because if you don't want to pull out your big scanner, you can whap this in, read the fault codes, do a bit of bidirectional scanning. You can look at some live data. Okay, there's things you're not going to be able to do, but for the majority of what you're going to need to do to get fault codes and that, this is perfect. Bidirectional stuff, it's perfect. So very, very good. I mean, if you're wanting to do a quick regeneration or a quick oil, check, or you're wanting to do throttle body adaptation, why pull out your big scanner when you can pull this out your pocket, whap it in, and off you go. It's Bluetooth, it's easy to use. So if you haven't got a Topscan, for 70 or 80 quid, whatever it costs, it's a brilliant bit of kit. I completely recommend that you buy the Topscan. The app is free to download off your phone. When you buy it, you get the first year free. So of course you get the whole first year of usage. You don't have to pay your £50 till the second year. Even then, you don't have to pay the £50. You can just use the old vehicles. So I believe that's what happens. But for me, the biggest selling point of the Topscan and the biggest selling point of any device that Topdon sell is their customer service, their customer care. It's easily the best in the business, the best in the industry, bar none. I mean, Topdon have got guys on Facebook, they've got guys on YouTube, they've got guys on Instagram, that if you post something, they will respond to it. That's what they do. If you have issues with a device, there's someone on hand to do that. I mean, how many companies have actually got a guy on Facebook, a guy on YouTube to actually serve you on, you know, for example, Topdon Users Group on Facebook has Topdon on it to help people out. It's a fantastic idea. And if you've got an issue with your device, whether you go to their customer service, whether you go into Diagnostics in here like this, and if you see this little box at the top of the screen, I'll just move this over. If you see this little box at the top of the screen, this is feedback. So you can go in here and you can well, sorry, that's batch download actually. So if you just go into a bath, sorry, that was my mistake, and you click on this box, this takes you into your feedback. So model or missing year, failed to read the VIN. So if you have any of these errors or other errors, you click on here, click on submit, and as you can see, it tells you here up to 3 attachments. So you've got our bath here. So basically this tells Topdon, you know, how the vehicle was performing at the time and stuff like that. So it's fantastic for feedback. But my point is, if you do that feedback, if you give them that feedback, they will respond to you, either someone at Topdon, or they will update your app, or they'll throw something out for you. It's fantastic. Their customer support is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best there is. The people that they've got out in China, the people they've got in America, the people they've got in the UK, the people they've got around the world, they're top class people, and they don't treat you as a customer, they treat you as a family. And that's what I like about them. They're fantastic with everything they do with their customer support. Is brilliant. Now, people can say to me there's better machines out there. There might be. They can say there's better, you know, more features in other machines. There might be. But what all these companies lack is they lack the same customer support that Topdon supply. It is the best in the business, bar none. And for me, it's a huge selling point, because if I buy a device, I want to know that I've got the people there to back up that device. I know if I have issues with that device, it will be backed up. And that is what Topdon do, and that is what they excel at. And that is why, if you get a chance, buy one of their devices. Believe me, the best in the business. They do a lot of devices, so this is their DIY. I'm hoping soon to go on to something in their Phoenix range. I would love to try something there out, so I'm going to hopefully purchase something soon. But overall, fantastic. I love the app. I love the Topscan. I've done a lot of work with the Topscan. I've given Topdon a lot of feedback every time they respond. You know, they're very nice. The people are lovely. I couldn't ask for better. So if you need one of these, you can buy them on Amazon. They've got a storefront on Amazon where you can buy it. There's other places online where you can buy them. I always recommend that you buy from Topdon, because it's coming direct from them. You get their customer care, you get their support. But either way, they will look after you. They are fantastic. So, and do you know what? They don't mind criticism, and they don't mind praise. And they accept when they're right, they accept when they've made a mistake. It's brilliant. Their customer care, I really can't tell you enough how brilliant it is. And that is the main selling point for me, where they outstrip everyone else. So if you've never used Topdon, give them a go. Love them or hate them, they're brilliant in my opinion. Try their customer support, second to none. Try their devices, they're excellent. And yeah, I mean, that's all I've got to say. So I'm going to be using this device a little bit more. I'm currently looking at using it on a Nissan Primera soon. I've also got a new airflow meter to put in a Volvo S60. So there's a fault code with that. I'm going to fix that. And a few other things. So that's my video done. Please like, subscribe and share my video, my channel if you like it. I'll make more videos soon.